you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode on the Clinton on Finance channel. On today's episode, we'll be discussing how to build your finance from ground zero. If you're just at the early stage of your career, if you are empty, like very low in your finances and you want to scale your finances, you want more income, this is a very useful video for you. I'll be sharing some insights into how to scale that. Before I go forward, I want to do a little recap on what we shared on the first video. The first video, it was more of an introduction of what this channel is about. My name is Clinton again. I work in the finance industry, and I have over 5 years experience, career experience building both my career and also building my finances that make it easy for me to do other amazing things. And I want the same for you, right? If you want to see more of that video, check the link in the bio. Like I said when we started, today's interaction would be about how to build from zero. If you don't have a godfather, if you don't have a daddy somewhere, with big funds to back up your dreams, if you're just starting and you want to know how to scale up, what should you do? Where should you start? I'm that brother you're going to have there on the internet guiding you and helping you achieve success throughout your own journey. So why is it important for you to build your finances? For a lot of people, the reason why they don't even aspire or push themselves or even dream is because they've not come to the reality of what having proper finances, can do for them, right? For a lot of people, they have to wait for the economy to get as bad as, it somehow looks today. For some people, right? A lot of people wait for the harsh reality of life. Maybe if a family member is already sick and they need money and the person doesn't have money at all to even take care of their loved ones, or they even need money to eat, right? As basic as funding the most basic needs of life. It gets to that level, unfortunately, for a whole lot of people to come to the realization that taking your finances seriously is serious business. I don't want you to make that mistake, and if you are already in a fix, just stay tuned, and if you keep following this channel, if you keep following the things I would share, in no time, and I trust to also share your own success story. So what do you need? Why should you take your finances seriously? The first reason you should take your finances seriously is because you need money for your personal needs. Everybody has a dream. At some point, everybody would aspire to need something or want something. You need to eat, you need to clothe yourself, you need to take care of your shelter, for example, right? These are basic needs, but it even goes beyond that. You might need money to accelerate your career. You might need money to pay your rent. You might need money to fund your education, for example. Everybody would know, maybe even start a business for yourself. Everybody would need money at some point, and if you don't take your finances seriously, you're going to struggle. You're going to have to, maybe even in the worst case scenarios, have to resort to begging to be able to attend to your basic needs, and that shouldn't be the case. The second reason why you should pay attention to your finances is because you have family. Your family could be your friends, it could be your people related to you by blood, people you bond with. People that are related to you would have needs in one way or the other. One day your friend is going to say, "Oh, I'm sick, my mom is this," and you want to be a help to them. You might just see somebody not going to school because of 1,000 naira, and if you don't even have, you won't be able to be of assistance. So it's necessary, because people, if you don't need it, if you think you don't need it, people around you are going to need it. Your family would need it, right? Your mom could need it for a medical attention. As they get older, they get advanced in age, they would need money for different things, right? So it is very, very, very key that you're paying attention to your finances. Another key reason why you should pay attention to your finances is because of investments. Every year, there are reports that the price of things are increasing, are always on the rise. Recently in Nigeria, price of fuel, price of commodities have been on the rise, increasing, astronomically steady. It's almost like if the price of goods add every single day, right? If you're not paying attention to your finances to grow your finances, you're going to be in a stock. You're going to start complaining like every other person, right? But if you're paying attention or channeling that energy to growing your finances, it means when others are complaining, you're already on another grind to scale your finances, because at the moment you're not struggling, but you're already putting in effort rather than complaining to scale for the next level. I'm sure you can agree, the prices of goods have never reduced since we born or growing up, whatever anything adds in price, it doesn't come down, and it's going to continue, right? It's not going to get any better. Inflation will always increase. Even if you have an investment, it will always have inflation fighting it, right? So it's very key that because of investments, you have to invest in yourself, you have to invest in assets. If you would need money to invest, else whatever you have on ground is going to depreciate. If you're earning 200,000 naira last year, 2023, by this year, that money is going to lose 50% of its purchasing power, right? So it's very key that you're paying attention. You need to pay attention to your finances because you need to invest. Another reason would be for charity. You need to be a blessing to people, fund people, help people. You need money to do that. Okay, so now that we know the reasons why we need to pay attention to our finances, how can I grow my finances? I don't have money. I don't have something doing at the moment. How can I, grow my finances? First of all, I would say everybody's not at the same level. Some people have money and it's not bad. They can come from a wealthy family, but they want to make their own money. Some people have coming from a median level, background, and they want to help, their family produce more wealth, build more money. Some people are actually coming out with nothing, right? That could be your case, and we're asking, what can I do right now? Okay, so the two things is this: if you're going to build your finances, you can only come from two areas. It's either you're pursuing a career route where you maybe get a job somewhere, you have a service you're rendering, you're building a professional or artisan career. You're building a career majorly. Your building career can either be in learning a skill, maybe you're a plumber, you're learning skills in maybe conduit wiring, it could be a digital skill on how to write, could be on how to paint, could be on how to do makeup. If you're not doing a professional career, maybe like professional careers are things like medicine, engineering, they could be working somewhere, those are usually called accountancy. They work with corporate organizations. They are usually called professional skills, but there are other skills that you can easily move them into. They depend on just one person working, so those are usually called artisan skills. So they are not as professional as the other ones. Learning a skill, pursuing a career in any of those areas, whether the artisan route or the professional route, is a good way to start. A lot of people say that salary is the money you're paid to forget your dreams, but that's not true. It depends on what you're doing with that finance, what you're doing with the level of money you're earning at the moment, right? Started my career, earning 30,000, 25,000 at some point in a month, right? And grown. There's that key things people miss out with each stage of their life, what they do with how they allocate finances that make them stay stuck, for long periods of time. And if you continue with us on this journey, you're going to learn how to scale, because I'm here to help you, right? I'm here to help you make the better decisions. Okay. The other opportunity to start a business, and not everybody might be able to do that, but yes, either you're offering a service or selling a product. You could be pursuing a career where you're exchanging what you know to be paid at the end of the month or by the end of the week or at the end of the day. That's the first route. The second route would be to have a business where you're selling either a product, could be biscuits, clothes, your shoes, or you're selling a service where maybe a skill you got as an artisan, you are now selling it as your business. Maybe you know how to paint, you know how to even do makeup. Those could fall under your, as a business, right? So those are the two routes: that you're going through the career route or you're going through the business route. The business route, like we said already, self-employed, where you're an artisan rendering the skills you have, for a pay, or you have a product you are selling to the market. So now it has, that's like a simplified way to define what you need to do. So you have to be considering each of these two decisions to take. The next thing I would want to explain is to say, what factors should you consider? Which of them should I do? Should I go as a business? Should I start a business? Should I pursue a career? Which should I do? Well, there are a few factors that I'll be discussing in today's session. I will continue this conversation, in another series. But for today's session, right, there are two factors I'll be discussing. The first is time and money, right? Some people, like I said at the beginning, have some level of, they're not really struggling, they don't have anybody, they come from families where they're not the breadwinner, they're not going to take over from their parents, they have some money, nobody's really asking them when you just want to start. At that point, you don't have as much responsibility, as much financial responsibility as a person that is almost coming out of school and there are responsibilities to take care of family, take care of things, those two kind of people are not in the same category. Two people in the same category where there's nobody that will say, will take 100,000, start something, unlike somebody that is from a rich background and the parents can give them some cash upfront to start something. Those two people and four categories of individuals I've mentioned right now, they don't have the same leverage. So everybody, you have to ask yourself, what do I have? If I don't have money, that means I have time. And if I have time, I'm going to use my time the best way I can. I could use my time to learn a new skill. And if I learn a new skill, I could get hired. And if I get hired, I could get paid at the end of the month, right? If I have some money, I could also choose to use my money to pay for a skill and learn, right? I could work for free for somewhere, and instead of being paid, I could be learning for free, what they call internship. Or if I have some money, I could use to start a business, I could use to buy a product and go to somewhere or market it either physically in a shop or online, to attract customers. Okay, so these are the factors. These are the two factors I'll be discussing in today's episode. And in the next episode, I will go further, into the factors to consider, because I need you to make the right decision. You don't make a decision based on what your friend is making. You don't make a decision because you saw somebody starting a business. A lot of people ask wrong questions like, what is paying now? The moment you start asking what is paying, it means you're ready to lose whatever time and money you have available. And these are your two major resources. Especially when you're starting from zero, I bet you're most likely not going to have much money at hand. So you're going to have time, and the decisions you make with your time is going to, determine how quick and whether or not you leave ground zero as quickly as possible. Remember, in finances, they usually call this stage ground zero or survival stage, where you are still trying to survive. So you need to make use of every resource, time resource, decision resource. You have to make every human resource, every resource you have around you have to make the best decision with them so you can get to the next level. So I hope today's session was valuable. I hope it helped you answer some questions in your heart. I look forward to engaging you in the next session. Do well to give me feedback in the comment section. If you have questions from what I shared, give me feedback, drop your questions. I'm going to answer. I'll be looking down the comment section and I'll be answering every of your questions, because I'm here rooting for you and here to see you win. Don't forget to stay tuned, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like the channel, support what we're doing. There's much value to be shared on this channel. And just stay tuned, like, share to your friends, and subscribe. And stay tuned till the next session. Bye.